Back in the late 1950s, a guy called Osamu Shimomura from Japan, a PhD student, worked on what we call bioluminescence. And there's this brilliant jellyfish in the North Pacific called Aquaria victoria that if you shine UV or blue light on it, will glow green. And this guy Shimomura discovered this protein in the 50s.
Didn't he discover it kind of by accident?
Yeah. So this protein, he was desperately trying to extract it but failed. He was so frustrated in his lab one night, he chucked a bucket full of extract down the sink. And there was salt water in the sink, some seawater, and a big flash of light came out. And he thought, oh, something's going on here, obviously. So he worked and worked for another few years and discovered one protein that would give off a blue light in the presence of calcium, which you find in seawater. And that blue light he discovered was what made the jellyfish fluoresce green. So he found this other protein, and being inventive, he called it green fluorescent protein. And he got the Nobel Prize for it. And no one knew what use it was at all, 30 years before there was any use for it. But this is it there in his pot. Anyone good at aiming lasers? Volunteer. Okay. There's a little button there, and there's a blue laser. Oh, nearly. Oh!
There you go. So what's
See
happening?
happens?
What's happening here?
So what the chemical in there, it's a protein that forms a circle. It's absorbing the blue light, and it absorbs the energy, then the energy decays, and it gives off photons of light in the green. So this protein is just absolutely brilliant. So some guys in the States actually cloned the DNA that makes that protein and discovered that if you put that in bacteria, you could make them glow green. If you put it in worms, they'd glow green. You put it in plants, they'd glow green. So back in the 90s, we put it in tobacco plants. And there's a tobacco plant glowing green with this protein on it. So what we did, we took that protein and actually join it using genetic engineering to a gene for any protein you want that you know that's in your cell. So here you are, that's one cell in the leaf. This is speeded up about 2 times. So the first thing you see is everything's moving. It's really, really dynamic. That's the leaf, that's what's going on inside here. So every leaf you see out there, it's not just a plant being static doing nothing. Inside the cells, they're really, really dynamic. And all that movement is generated by exactly the same proteins that you've got in your muscles that make us move. Exactly the same. 10% of the protein in a leaf is what we call actin, which is the meat in your muscle. So plants are using the same motile systems, but inside the cell, rather than for moving the whole plant around.